Hi all, I wanted to do a quick video about some swing and positional trading as well. Uh, I think it's time to, even if you don't do it, at least time to think about some positional and swing trading ideas, because the way the option markets are going, either we will become very good at it or it'll probably discourage some of us. Anyways, before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. All right, so swing is something that I have been uploading videos every now and then, but today we will discuss this. I'm currently working on a couple of options. I'm swing strategies. This is one of them. This is unfinished so far, so I'm not going to be discussing this. This is more or less done, so this is good to go in my view. So we will discuss this. All right. So how do we go about this? All right. Currently, I've got the chart of Reliance Industries on my screen. Anyways, prior to me doing a particular stock or uh, indice, let me just show this to you on say an index, because primarily we are index traders. So I'll probably display this to you on index, and then we can do it for stocks also. All right. So the indicators that I'm using is very simple. The first indicator is called swing trading system, RSI, and this will be the name of the indicator. If you want, I'll mention the name of the indicator in the comment section and pin it, and you will have no difficulty finding it. All right. I prefer watching charts on the 2 week time, on the weekly time frame for swing trading. You can switch to daily also if you want, but I tend to make my decisions first on the weekly and then I come down to daily. That way it works out for me. So when I'm viewing the chart on a gross scenario, it's always weekly and then filtering it down to daily. I think it's better I use a particular stock so that I can illustrate the idea a little more better. All right, so this is what the Reliance chart looks like. So the first indicator we're using is sort of a moving average. It works on weekly. It's actually made for weekly in my view, and you can use it for daily as well. The idea is very simple. The moment it crosses this and starts sustaining on top of this moving average, it's a good idea to go long, and when it's below the moving average, it's a good idea to go short. What I would suggest is do a little bit of reading about the script. I've already done so. There's not much actually if you read, but yeah, just give it one quick read. It uses a 26-week EMI filter to go long. All right. So if you've been in the market for some time, the moment you look at the chart, you will get to know what it's trying to show you. So this works. You see over here, Reliance, it's the moment it went below this, it kind of fell. And over here, the moment it went above this, it kind of went up. Here it was trying to sustain over the line, but it could not. Eventually it gave up. We will use a second indicator as well for reconfirmation. We'll just follow up with that after this. And another stock that we can look at is Asian Paints. I'll not discuss too many stocks on this because I'm not a stock genius. I mean, I most of the time look at indexes. But yeah, these two stocks I've been tracking for some time in the last month or two, so I know a little bit about these two stocks. If you look at Asian Paints as well, again, I've not changed any setting. The only thing that I've done is, if you do reset settings, it comes like this. All right, what I've done over here is in the style section, I don't need this quantity, I don't need the signal labels, I don't need this trade on charts. I just made this little bolder. I took the color strength to the full and I made the thickness number 2 over here out of 4. And in the input section, I have not changed anything. Neither have I changed anything in the properties section. And I have saved this as default, save as default. Okay. Those are the changes, those are the settings I've done. In fact, I've not added anything, I've not changed anything, I've subtracted what I don't want to see. All right, so if you look at Asian Paints also, you see over here, every time it goes above the line, there's a kind of a nice rally on a weekly basis. And every time it goes below the line, it kind of drops. There's this gap over here also, which sooner or later it'll come to fill, okay? Asian Paints is doing a 4-year kind of a consolidation drop. We will get into a little more detail. If you look at it from a monthly perspective, you'll notice that uh, these levels that it's currently at, it was at Jan 2021, so 2 3 4, we are almost at 25 Jan, just another month away. So it's doing a kind of a 4-year kind of a consolidation. And probably the reason that people are not entering right now is they think that a fall till this level is possible. At least some of them are hopeful that it'll fall till about here, that is 1900 or this level. I doubt it, but some people are hopeful. I don't think it'll go to 1900 levels, but again, in the stock market you can't rule out anything. Anyways, let's not diverge too much. So let me delete this, let me delete this as well, and we will get back to our weekly chart. So on weekly chart, if you see, it looks like this. On the daily chart, it'll look like this. Again, on the weekly and daily, if you see, when it crosses, it crossed over here, it retested and then again went up. All right, so retesting happens, guys. It's a very normal thing. So if it goes up and then starts falling, you should not lose your guts. You should have a clear cut SL, like, okay, after this I will come out. But if you chicken out too fast, then things are going to be difficult. Over here, you see it drops, it retests, tries to go up again and then also this retesting happens quite a bit when it comes to even intraday. It happens. So swing and positional is no different. All right. So again, the bigger logic is, as long as it's above the line, it's bullish. Below the line, it's bearish. All right. So we revert back to our weekly charts. Let's go back to Reliance. Again, I'll just show you my settings once again. In the input section on swing trading RSI system, we do not change anything. In properties, we do not change anything. In the style section, we don't even need this and this. We have unticked everything. Just let the plot be open and ticked, and use the thickness 2 and color strength full. With that, you will get this. All right. The next indicator is the one I have found recently, and I'm very fond of it. It, I think, is a very beautiful indicator. I've been making videos on this. Is the third time I'm using this indicator. It's called Trend Speed Analyzer by Zimmerman. This is the name of the indicator. I shall mention it also in the comment section and pin it so that you have no difficulty finding it. It's Trend Speed Analyzer. Do a little bit of reading if you want. If you're already experienced in the market, you'll understand the moment you look at the chart. All right. So it's very simple, guys. It needs to coordinate over here. Now I'll just disable this RSI system that we just discussed 5 minutes back. If you look at this itself, it's giving you all the information that's required. This itself, when it's going down, okay, what are the changes I've made to this? This again, it comes up with a table. This table, we don't want it. So we have disabled the table. We have disabled the labels and values in the stateless side. In the input section, it comes like this. We have just made the colors a little bolder so that they pop. It uses a combination of red line and a green line and red line when it comes to the trend line. So what we have done is, I'll show it to you. I can do it once again. What we have done is, we have made this trend line very fluorescent green, and instead of red, because we don't want the candles also to be red and the trend line also to be red, we are using a purple. So when it's down, this line becomes purple instead of red. Then when the trend is up, now these two are candle based. When the trend is up, we want to see candles in fluorescent green. We don't want that light green and dark green. We want one simple green. And when the trend is down, we want a simple red. We don't want a dark red and a light red. We just want a deep red. That's it. All right. And no other changes have been made. These are the only changes we'll make. We don't want the tables over here. We don't want this. We don't want this. And with that, we are done. We can save this as default and we are done. All right. So you look at this now. It's pretty much giving you everything that you need to go in for this swing on a weekly time frame. When you look at it on a daily time frame, it will look like this. All right. So you may ask, like, why do we need even another indicator? That's a good question. You actually don't, but it's always good to have another indicator, all right, that is running parallelly and giving you a double confirmation. So we'll turn on the indicator we discussed before this. Once again, it looks like this. It's a more of a strategic kind of indicator. So every time you will enable it, this will come up. You just got to click on this collapse button and go down. Now on the weekly time frame, if you notice, you don't find much difference, right? You'll find that more or less these indicators are running parallelly to each other. But if you look at the daily time frame, you'll find a difference. See over here, this blue line is from the RSI, and this purple line is from this speed analyzer. Now you see the difference. They converge over here on the daily time frame, and then Reliance has a very big fall from there. Similarly, if you go to Asian Paints, you see they may look similar in the weekly time frame, but they look very different in the daily time frame. Here is where the speed analyzer cuts into the RSI, and then boom, it goes down. All right, now this is for the free version. This is where the story ends. You don't actually need an indicator more than this, but if you have the option, then you can add one more indicator, which is 52-week high and low. It is just to let you know that in the last 52 weeks, 52-week high and low by backtest rookies, it does nothing. Basically, it just shows that 52-week high is this and 52-week low is this. In this case, I will not untick these two because I want to see those values on the screen, that okay, the 52-week high was 3422 and the 52-week low was 2422. How cool is that? It's exactly 1000 points away. All right. I think I've changed the colors a little bit. By default, they come with yellow. I have made them white. So yeah, so I've made them white so that they pop a little bit. But that's about the only change I have made, nothing else. So 52-week high and low is an option. Again, if you are really struggling, you can also decide whether you want to have the RSI or the 52-week high and low. If you get rid of the RSI, things will look like this. It'll just be the speed analyzer with showing you the 52-week high and low. For Reliance, it'll look like this. Some would say that, okay, they prefer this. They want to see the 52-week high and low, and they want to see one trend is enough for them. But I would give a higher weightage to this swing trading system RSI than 52-week high and low, because I know that's more important. So if I have to choose between 52-week high and low and swing trading system RSI, I would choose the swing trading system RSI. So the concept over here is very simple. On the weekly time frame, all candles need to be green and they need to be above both the lines, which is the case over here and which is the case over here. This is on the way up, this is on the way down. As simple as that. All right, and they need to match with what's happening at the bottom. Green, green, and over here you see red, red. As simple as that. All right, if you look at Asian Paints also, you see green, green, red, red, here green, green, red, red. Keep the, I would suggest keep it on default on the weekly. When you find something weekly, then you get into it on the daily time frame and strategically plan what you want to do. But I prefer weekly because it's a little too crowded for my liking when it comes to daily time frame. Of course, I would look at things daily. I would go and look at it daily also, how it's looking, but my decision would be made based on weekly. I would be just rechecking things on a daily time frame. So I think for swing, just these two indicators are good. If you're on the paid version, you can just add this 52-week high and low. It just adds and tells you the 52-week high and low. Do we need it? We don't actually need it. All right, you can live without this 52-week high and low. But there, we don't need it. All right, but if you're on the paid version, use it. If you're not on the paid version, these two indicators are sufficient for swing trading, in my view. When you see the candles are too small and they're not breaking out too much, stay out of the stock. You need a proper breakout and like a big sweeping rise generally to get in. Let's look at ITC. I've not looked at ITC for a long time. Okay, ITC I don't think will fall. I think it'll again go up from here. ITC I think, in my personal view, will at some point reach 800 rupees. That's what I said when it was below 200 rupees. I think someday ITC will reach 800. I still stick to that view. What else is there? Let's look at Bajaj Finserv. Okay, let's look at Bajaj Finance. It's just hovering in a range. It's just hovering in this range, doing nothing, just hovering over here. This is the range. I think one big dip will come in this. LIC is very recently listed, so we really can't comment on this. Let's look at Bharati. Look at the rise of Bharati from here, from May to 23. I remember watching CNBC TV 18 and one of the hosts telling, at that time it used to range in that 500, 550 bracket, and telling like, this stock is ready to move and one day it's going to, the moment it comes out of that 500, 600 range, it'll probably double, triple, and that's exactly what happened. If you look at things over here, I remember, look at this over here. July 21, it's at 526 rupees, and from there it's one-way journey. So do not short Bharti Airtel. Yes, if it goes below both of these lines and candles start becoming red on the weekly time frame, then you can possibly consider a short. For now, I would suggest do not short it. Let's look at HCL Tech going up, DMart going down, so on and so forth, guys. I mean, I have been trading index for a long time now. I've not been doing stocks. But I'm also trying to re-enter into stocks, so a little bit of swing does not, it's good for health, I think, because intraday trading is very stressful. You need to be attentive, very sharp. You can sit in front of the computer for 6-7 hours, but you don't know, you may go out for a piss, and that is when the market moves. So it's that way very stressful. It drains you in many ways. By the time 3:30 comes, you're actually mentally drained, even though physically you have not moved too much. That way, if you see swing trading, if you have decent capitalists, it's slightly easier on the mind and on the body. Day trading is tough because you need to sit and be in front of the system till you make your money. And also learn, once you make your money, to turn off the system and go away. If you sit in front of the system for too long, chances are you lose the money that you made. All right. So I think it's time that I would also start investigating swing and positional once again, and probably upload more videos when it comes to swing and positional. So this is a start. I'm revisiting my swing and positional strategies. I've uploaded some videos in the past as well. If you want, you can have a look at them also. This is my current status. Now that I'm getting back into positional and swing trading, these are the indicators I'm choosing. I've done a lot of more work, as I'm saying. Over the weekend, I've looked at about 15-20 indicators, selected them and kept them aside, the ones that I like, and I'll be investigating them as I proceed during the course of December. But for now, this looks good to go. I think from the so many indicators that I've gone through, this looks like a perfect page setup for doing swing and positional trading. The colors are very pronounced. It's very easy to read, and it kind of shows you blank in your face what's happening. All right, so I suggest spend some time studying these two indicators. I'm using them on the default settings. You may want to change the setting and noodle a little bit here and there. I keep things on default. Generally, I keep things on default because I think whoever has designed the indicator has got a certain thing in mind, and it's generally best to leave the indicator in default unless you find a very good indicator that's not doing precisely what it's supposed to do for you, because it may have been designed for something else and you are using it for something else. So the indicator is good, but you may need to customize it to your liking. One example I can give of that is Purple Cloud. It's a very good indicator, but I had to customize it for intraday trading. All right. Anyways, guys, on that note, I'll end this video. I hope this video was helpful to you in some form or the other. If it was, then please like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your family and friends. Click on the like button and the bell icon so that every time we upload a video, you get a notification. If you're already a subscriber, consider becoming a member by clicking on the join button. It really motivates us. Whenever we see one more member coming up and joining our community, we are really motivated. What else? I think the last couple of hours of the TradingView sale is on. Our referral link is given in the description in all our videos. Use that link. You'll make a few points. We'll make a few points, which you can use while renewing TradingView next year. I think there's the last few hours left in the Black Friday sale. My suggestion would be to go for the premium plan on TradingView. Apart from that, you can also subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description in all our videos. On that note, I'll end this video, guys. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.